Welcome back, everybody. Lighting ESL Public Speaking Part 21. Now, 21 is a little bit more learning about audience analysis. We're talking about cross-cultural audience. And you say cross-culture, what do you mean? Well, let's say before you actually walk out in front of an audience, you look around and you can visualize in your brain what type of culture you're looking at. Is everybody from North America? Are they from India? Are they from Pakistan? Are they from Italy? Etc. Every culture, as you know, has its own beliefs and customs. All right. So, even though you're not a resident of that country, you should be aware of most type of, in a sense, traditions and beliefs of that country or this country. It's true. For example, let's say you're talking about people from Finland, all right? Finland people are very, very articulate, very, very reserved, do their own thing, all right? People from India are very extroverted, very social creatures. Also, people from, let's say, China, that part of the world, are very low-key, quiet natured. Again, this is just my estimate. Again, every culture is different, of course, but if you know about that culture, how they act amongst other people, how they talk amongst each other, how they learn things, it's a big bonus when it comes to cross-cultural audience. Yeah, because remember, you don't always know what type of audience you're going to have. You really don't. Let's talk about key topics about cross-cultural audiences, all right? Slowly, take a look. Next, first, language. Pronunciation of English language. Now, your version of English language is different than their version of English language. Their pronunciation, their dialect, their accent of this and this might be slightly different than yours. So what do you have to do? You have to adjust to that culture in front of you. Yeah. If you have to slow down your speech, you slow down. If you go faster in your speech, and so on. You have to adjust. You'll understand this within the first 30 seconds of your speech. In other words, people will actually react to your speech. You can tell by their eyes, by their position in the front of you. Do they understand what you're saying? In other words, do you have to adapt to it? Yes. Go slower like I mentioned or faster like I mentioned? Yes. Talk louder, talk softer. You have to adjust. That's what talks about language. All right? Again, your version of the English language could be different than their version of the English language. It's still English. It's still the same words, but how you pronounce it is different. Everybody has a set accent, how they pronounce the English language. Okay, let's move on. We talked about language, of course, pronunciation, slang, and basic conversation. Okay, body language. Now, I mentioned this earlier before. Are you stiff as a board? Are you a statue? And so on, body language. Do you stand up straight? Do you slouch over? Do you go side by side? This is all body language and posture. All right, let's move on. Emotion. Showing your emotions to some cultures is an insult. They don't want to hear your emotions. They don't want to see your emotions and so on. It has to be very, very neutral, like a passport photo. Very neutral, all right? Again, every culture is different when it comes to showing your emotion. Yeah. It's amazing how different things are. Some countries are very reserved. They don't like people showing their emotions. Everything is perfectly normal, all right? This is cultural difference. Next. Value of time. Are you punctual for your meeting? Are you punctual for your speech? Some countries, when you say a 9 o'clock speech, they come at 9:30. It's expected for them to be late. To you, they're late. To them, they're on time. Yeah, it's amazing. Punctuality to some countries is like, yeah, it's okay. Other countries, you must be there at 9 o'clock or else. Again, by knowing the culture, how they think about time and punctuality will help you a lot. Next, personal life stories. People like stories, that's true. To you, they might like stories. Other countries might not want to hear your life stories. It's true. It's true. Get to the point right away. You'll know within the first minute or two or half a minute, whatever it is, are you relating to the audience about your speech? Do they want to hear your life stories? How your life story is relative to the topic you've chosen right now. All right? Next. Local culture. If you have time to understand the local culture, how they think about things that time of year, it's going to help a lot. Your beliefs and customs. So you can see cross-cultural audiences is a little further explanation of audience analysis. It is. And it's going to help you a lot because culture means a lot to a lot of people. All right? Having a forehand knowledge about that culture in front of you is going to help you a lot. It really, really will. So thank you very much for your time. This is lesson 21, cross-cultural audiences and understanding. Till next time, bye-bye.